like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Hey, I'm on my daily, baby. I know you love it, baby. Yeah, Slim. What's his name? Young J. O.C. What's his name? What's his name?
Days ago, I've been out the loop, but apparently Efru and Zoka did a live. It's interesting that Aya hasn't done a live and that Malia hasn't done a live. But it's certain things that I want to pay attention to. What's going on, Medea? I ain't doing nothing yet. But I'm gonna do a live tonight, and I'm going to go over Efru and Zoka's live. I'm gonna do it in real time. 6 o'clock might be too early. Probably like 8 o'clock. What's up, Anita? Probably like 8 or 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'll do a live. I haven't watched the video yet, and I'm just gonna do my own personal assessment of it in real time. Like, I want to be surprised at what it is that I'm hearing. I don't know if y'all have watched it already or not, but I know that some people appreciate my take on where they are mentally and the things that they're still doing. I seen that Juju did a video recently. Haven't watched his either. My main focus, not really main focus, but I'd rather do a breakdown on Efru and Zoka rather than Juju, honestly.
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but I could feel where Aaron is coming from on that. If I had a choice to do edits on Juju or Jax or Efru and Zoka, I'm definitely gonna choose Efru and Zoka. And that is most definitely because, number one, Juju and Jax say the same exact thing over and over and over. Them two are stuck on repeat. And as far as Juju, half the time I can't understand what he's saying no way.
Juju, honestly. But yeah. I'm going to do that tonight, either 8 Eastern Standard Time. Probably maybe 9. When I give a time, I like to be on time. I feel like it's the most valuable resource that we have, and I like when people respect my time, so I'm going to respect yours. More than likely, y'all, there's a potential, depending upon how in depth we go into each point, there could potentially be a part 2. So right now, we just going to start off with part 1. And I'm just pinning a comment real quick. Thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for being on time. Let me see here. All right, boom, there we go. Bianca, what's going on? I know you got some input. I know you ready for it. Shout out to all the psychology majors. And shout out to all the people who just have a general interest in psychology, but ain't interested in writing all them doggone papers. Y'all excuse me in the background. I'm eating pistachios. All right, let's get into it. Shout out to the T for being so consistent over the years. Shout out to Medea and shout out to Lisa, who are also still active concerning carbonation affairs, even though the trial and all of that is over. The carbonation story, however, is still going and unfolding. Let's take a look at Mr. Bishop. Now, just to let y'all know, this is my first time watching this video. I'm doing this case study and analysis in real time. And one of the first things that I thought about, you know, I'm familiar with this video. I know a lot of you are. But what I'm thinking in my mind as I'm looking at this video, he in this moment has no idea that in a couple of years, he's gonna be sentenced to life in prison. He has no idea. He is so comfortable and confident in his ignorance and stupidity in this moment. The arrogance is through the roof. The aura of untouchability is crazy. Little does he know in this moment that a couple of years from now, he'll be sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. Like, in this moment, he feel like he getting away with everything. But let's get to it.
Journey, bitch, you committed to my journey. Your journey ain't shit. You committed to mine. I'm your higher self, huh? Fuck is you talking about? You committed to mine. You in your way. You committed to my journey. Mine. I'm your higher self, bitch. You your lower self. Act up. Well, just call your mama and tell her you want to leave, bitch. That's what I'm saying. Call your mama to tell you. There you go. Point it up. I'm looking down at you. Yeah. Right. Dominate you, motherfucker. Yo. It's abuse. Help those women. Please help them. Tell them, do you want help? You want to get saved? Huh?
I don't need nobody's help.
Except for who? Who help you need?
My higher self.
Bitch, you gone. I'm getting rid of you. Cause look how you acting. You embarrassing me, ho. You should have been more smoother with this shit. Now you gotta go. Cause I don't need you, bitch. Look at you. You should have been way more smooth than this. You got me looking crazy. You should have been confident in what you said. You got too much pride, ho. Guess what? Pride is a deadly sin. And now look at you. Sitting there. And when you go back to Babylon, guess what? Guess what? You're gonna be feeling like a fucking idiot. You should have said, damn, man, I should have went hard for my higher self. But what I did, I came back here with these fuck niggas that can't help me. Look, you went for it. You went for it just like motherfucking all the other niggas you seen went for it.
I already said I was staying.
Then what the fuck is you ain't put the camera up? What I tell you to do? Do what the fuck I tell you to do.
Give me an average moron with no skills who...
This is a clip from Law and Crime. I don't know who this man is. He looked like Andrew Tate, honestly. He looked like Andrew Tate with hair. But not to stray too far away from the video we just watched. I seen somebody say that Nature Boy don't like Efferu. You gotta understand, Nature Boy don't care about nobody but himself. When you're dealing with a narcissist, they don't have any concern for other people. Any concern they show is motivated by something they're trying to get out of you or those around them. Like, a narcissist views the world from them being the center of the universe. So he don't like none of those. He don't like nobody. Like, he don't like nobody. He looks at people as, what can I get out of you? Notice one of Nature Boy's most common statements was, what do you have to offer? What do you have to offer? What do you have to offer? That's how narcissists view people. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with having mutual relationships, mutual exchanges, business relationships, things of that nature. You don't want to be dealing with somebody that's just taking, and they don't give you nothing back. But you also don't want to be a type of person who the only way you can interact with somebody is to get something out of them for your own personal gain. You have to understand, the people in Carbon Nation, we were props. The people who are still in Carbon Nation, they're like mannequins. They're like props in a play. Nature Boy don't care nothing about Malia or Aya or Efru or Zoka or Jax or Juju. He's using them for his own personal gain. That's it. Nature Boy knew wasn't nobody gonna be watching Carbon Nation with just him. You can't have a Carbon Nation or any nation with one guy. The people that came and left Carbon Nation added flavor and seasoning and content to the whole ordeal. Nature Boy acting like people was watching him. They were watching the whole ordeal. If it was just Nature Boy in the tropics, nobody wouldn't be rushing to join. People thought they were joining a community that wanted peace and harmony. But I don't know who this dude is right here. This look like Andrew Tate with hair. But apparently, just so y'all can see it real quick, sometimes I like to read it on my own rather than relying on the AI reader. But whoever this guy is, he says that you can give him an average moron with no skills who's blind loyal. I judge basically all females by loyalty. If they're loyal and they won't leave, in the end, they'll do everything you want. Now this, I'm not a psychologist, but that sounds like a statement from somebody who views people as transactional. That's actually Andrew Tate? Okay. That sounds like somebody who views human relationships as transactions rather than something that is involving compassion and things like that. So basically, he has reduced all females in his mind and their value to their ability to be loyal. And that can be a problem for a person who deals in relationships with these people because they don't see you as a human. They see you as an object. They see you as something to be used. They see you as something to be something that they can get something out of. And so that becomes a problem.
Hey guys, I am back with yet another amazing book, The Tribe of Judah Experience, authored by Elizabeth, aka Liz. Guys, if you're interested in being one of the first people to get this book, it is available for pre-order now. All you have to do is go to Liz's IG page, which is here on the screen right now. Click on the link in her bio, and it will take you directly to Amazon.com so you could go ahead and get on the pre-order list today.
Something that they can get something out of. And so that becomes a problem.
Blind loyal. I judge basically all females by loyalty. If they're loyal and they won't leave, in the end, they will do everything you want.
If you want to stop feeling a certain way, you must stop thinking a certain way.
That was a commercial. Okay. So when you're dealing with cults, when you're dealing with manipulators and deceivers, scammers, period, one of the tactics that they use is what is known as half-truths. So they'll use something that is partially true to open up the opportunity to slip in their interpretation and their belief system. So in one sense, yes, you change the way you think about things. How does it go? If you want something about if you change the way you look at things, the things around you change, something like that. We all know that if we change our minds about certain things, then that can change our perception of those things, which change the reality we experience. But that don't mean somebody can punch you in the face and then tell you that the universe did it through them. That's not how that works, Efru. If somebody hit you, you didn't do it to yourself. In one hand, you can say, I did it to myself by being in a relationship with you. You can say, I did it to myself by being with the wrong people, by hanging with the wrong crowd. But that person still is responsible for the actions that they did to you. And one of Carbon Nation's things that I've seen with other cults is they like to make emotions these mechanical things. Oh, you're only feeling like that because you're thinking like that. Oh, you're only upset at what I did to you because of how you're looking at it. Like, no, I'm upset because what you did to me was wrong. So that was her little drop.
Yo, peace to the gods. Peace to the gods means peace to everyone who is aware that they are God, who is aware of the Christ consciousness, which is the understanding I am everything and everything is me.
Okay, so if you are everything and everything is you, then that means the judge is you, the prosecution is you, I'm you, the T is you, the government is you. So what are y'all fighting against? What are y'all fighting against?
And being God comes with a lot of responsibility because you have to take responsibility for everything that happens in your
wait.
life.
Really? Now, does that apply to you is the main question that arises here. Does this apply to the Messiah, as you refer to him? Now, if being God comes with a lot of responsibility, and you have to take responsibility for everything, not just some of it, but if I have to take responsibility for everything that happens in my life, doesn't that apply to Eligio Bishop? Doesn't that apply to y'all? Doesn't that apply to Jax? Doesn't that apply to Juju? Doesn't that apply to Efru? Now watch how they will assert one belief system and then counteract that belief system shortly after. Now, she just made an introductory statement that everything that happens in your life, you have to take responsibility for it. Now, let's see how long that belief system stands. And let's see if that belief system applies to them.
You can't point the finger and say this. No, because you're too intelligent.
Really? You can't point the finger and say this, and this. Okay, so that means that everybody that testified, you can't point the finger at them. Everybody that has been recording Eligio Bishop over the years, you can't point the finger at them. Everybody that's been calling the police and CPS, you can't point the finger at them. You can't point the finger at white supremacy. You can't point the finger at the government. You can't point the finger at the system. You can't point the finger at nothing. So we're getting off to a good start. This sounds like extreme accountability. So Efru is coming out of the gate saying that you need to take extreme accountability. Okay, Efru. Okay, let's rock. We can rock with that. let's take some accountability. I think that that's a sign of maturity. Now listen how these things are. They sound like something you can get with, right? This sounds like something I can get with. Like, yeah, I'm mature. I want to take responsibility for the things that happen in my life. I don't want to blame those around me all the time. I believe I can change some things about myself. I believe I can eat a little better. I can spend my money a little better. I can start dealing with some better people. I can rock with that. Let's go.
You have too much awareness. You know that when somebody triggers a certain emotion out of you, that's something that the universe wants you to take a look at yourself. It's something deep.
Okay. Does this apply to you? And does this apply to Eligio Bishop?
Then somebody did something to me.
Oh, really? So it's deeper than somebody did something to me. So therefore, there's a deeper meaning that needs to be seen other than y'all talking about people testifying and malicious prosecution. So it seems like y'all are still on the surface. There's something deeper.
Okay, everyone, I have some really exciting news. Janae's book, Lesson Learned, is now available on Amazon.com. The paperback version is $25.55 and the hardcover is $47.90. So you can actually pick her book up on Amazon.com today.
Seems like y'all are still on the surface. There's something deeper than talking about what was done to y'all and what was done to Mr. Bishop.
Constantly point the finger. This is what Chief always tells us.
What do you tell y'all?
Away from the Most High.
Okay.
My spiritual guru, my husband, and my OG, Eligio the Christ. I love myself.
Really? Because you didn't mention none of those titles when you was on the stand, when you was before man. I thought that if you deny the Messiah before man, he will deny you before his father. I don't remember you guys saying nothing about a husband, none of that. He was your friend. When he needed you the most, in front of the world. I thought you guys were supposed to tell the truth even if you get in trouble. Now that everything's all said and done, he's your husband again. But on Fox 26, he was your family member. I'm trying to understand, madam, like how is your husband your family member? Technically they are, but usually people don't. If I bring my wife to an event and I say, hey guys, this is my family member, people are going to be like, in what way? In what way, dog? Hey man, who that is you got with you, my boy? This is my family member. Oh, really? In what way though, homie? Who does that? Yo, Kevin, what's up, boy? What's up, man? Who you got there with you? Oh, right here? Oh, this my family member. Oh, in what way though? That's like somebody being like, hey man, where you work at? A place of employment? Oh, with one. People be like, hey, what you eating, my boy? Oh, this right here, this ain't nothing but some food. Oh, what kind? Come on, man.
He tells us that if you point the finger, you're going to miss the point.
Okay, but haven't y'all been pointing the finger for the last 2 years? Prosecution this, the lawyer ain't doing this, and they going to testify, and can you believe this? And look at them, they said this, and they said, y'all been pointing the finger forever. The judge said this, and you know the judge had COVID, and they don't want you to know this, and they this, and they that, and they can't do this, and they didn't play this.
If you say this person doing this and this person doing that and it's not me, you never gonna grow. Because
Just like y'all hair. Just like y'all hair. It ain't never gonna grow. Y'all think y'all good. That was the last cut. So basically, according to your own teachings, y'all ain't growing.
And those emotions are triggered, that anger, that irritation, the jealousy, the sadness, that's like an alarm for you to look at something, not for you to just...
Yeah, definitely, Efru. It's definitely an alarm. And it's trying to get you to look at something. And that something is Legio Bishop crazy. He been crazy since day one. And ain't no nation, ain't no knowledge, ain't no safe haven. Ain't none of that. You're in an apartment with 10 other people. And he ain't come home. I wonder if they gonna say that in this video. I wonder if they gonna say that. Is he come home?
away and say they did it to me. You have to take responsibility. But
okay, boom. So you can't say they did it to me. You have to take responsibility. So I don't want to hear nothing about no judge. I don't want to hear nothing about no white supremacy. I don't want to hear nothing about no witnesses. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing, because we were just instructed. We were just informed that your belief system is that you have to take responsibility and you can't be caught up on what other people are doing. You can't be talking about what they did to you.
in this video, I want to talk about how feelings come from thoughts.
Okay.
A lot of people are suffering because of the things that they choose to hold on to.
It's interesting when people talk about absolutes. Like, when we really sit back, most of us can't even use the term a lot of people. We don't even know a lot of people. If you were to sit down and you got paid to do it, if you had to write down, thank you, Jill, for adding that. I was going to get to that, but you right on it. If you had to write down all the people you knew, it'd be a very short list. Sometimes the internet gives us a false sense of confidence, a false sense of intelligence. The truth of the matter is, we don't know most people. We just copy and paste our experiences and assume that the patterns we've experienced must also be the patterns that other people experienced as well. But we don't know a lot of people. And as Jill stated, Efru is assuming that a lot of people are suffering because that's her current state. Just like people who are in bad relationships sometimes assume that your relationship must be bad too. Oh, you over there acting like y'all just in love. Oh, you over there acting like you just sold it. Yeah, you know, them men out here ain't no good. Ain't no jobs out here.
Because of the things that they choose to keep on thinking about. You're not living. You're not living by...
You talking to yourself. It's so fascinating to watch Efru talk as if she's talking to somebody else. You are not living, Efru. You really not. You really not living.
Constantly thinking about things that hurt you.
You are constantly thinking about things that hurt you.
You thinking about what happened last week, shit you did 3 years ago, whatever.
That's exactly what y'all have been doing. Most of the videos that y'all put up showing the good times concerning Eligio Bishop were from years ago. because you know Atlanta was a big bag of bull crap. Most of your good time moments are things that happened years ago. The last 2 years for you guys have been a circus, to say the least. So you have to take your mind. The reason you guys are able to stay there is because you take your minds back to moments that you perceived as good in Puerto Rico, in Panama, in Mexico. You are doing the things that you are asserting other people are doing. But Efru, you don't talk to nobody other than the people around you and the people who agree with the carbonation rhetoric. So how do you know what people are thinking? It's not like you out here taking a survey. You talk to the same 5 people every day. How could you possibly have any idea about what other people are thinking?
Thoughts that you have that is causing you pain and oppression and is disturbing your inner peace, you need to stop and look at why you having those thoughts.
You do. You really do, Efru. You on point. You really do need to stop and think about why you want to leave. Why does it feel like you are running on a treadmill, and the faster you run, you realize you ain't going nowhere, y'all? Kendra said something that was fire earlier today to me. She said that carbonation leans on false senses of growth. They love changing their name. They love cutting their hair. They love making websites. They love making t-shirts. They love making little cans that shake up and make sounds. They love changing profile pictures. They love making videos. Anything to give them a false sense of growth, because it's about to come around the corner that y'all ain't been doing nothing for the last 6 years. Not one grain of rice has been grown. Not one door has been put on a hut. Carbonation in 6 years has nothing to show tangible other than this psychological case study. Carbonation ain't got no money. They ain't got no land. None of that. Nothing. They don't have nothing. It don't take 6 years to build nothing. It don't take 6 years to do nothing.
Why do you keep choosing to feel bad? And that's the thing.
That's a good question, Efru. That's a really good question, Efru. Why do you keep choosing to feel bad? Why? I'm sure you have somebody, at least one person, that will let you get your mind together. Now, you know what I'm saying? People can't take care of you. You in your early 20s. You know what I'm saying? People start expecting you to get out there and start trying to lay some groundwork for yourself. But given our circumstances, I'm sure your family, there's somebody out there that you know that will be glad that you out and will do what they can to at least give you a bed to lay down and some food to eat so that you can get your mind right, so that you can accept, yes, the world is not a perfect place. It ain't never going to be perfect. But we have to live in the time that we live in and do the best we can to make changes without becoming delusional and without becoming mad at the world because it's not the way we want it to be. It's never going to be that way. Unfortunately, sometimes life is not fair, and sometimes we have to play the hand that we are dealt. If you playing spades, sometimes you get a fire hand. Sometimes you know you got 6-7 books off the rip. Can't nobody do nothing about it. But sometimes you ain't getting no book. You already know. You might get a possible. But that don't mean you throw your hand in every time it ain't what you want it to be. No, Efru, the system is not perfect. There are instances of racism. There are injustices. And that's probably going to be that way forever. That's not to be negative, but the world will never be a perfect place because it's inhabited by imperfect beings.
Choice. You can stop thinking like that. You can say, I want to think about this. This makes me feel good. This makes me feel happy. I want to manifest more of this in my reality, because the universe don't give you what you want. The universe gives you what you are.
Okay, so what does that say about you? What does that say about the group you belong to? And what does that say about your Messiah? What does that say? If the universe gives you what you are, and the universe gave your Messiah life without the possibility of parole, plus 10 years, what does that say?
If you a negative person, you sad and depressed, you gonna constantly keep getting that, because I am God. Reality is a projection of my mind.
So does that apply to you, and does that apply to Mr. Bishop?
Everything in this reality is a symbol for our mind and represents something about ourselves. And to know yourself, Chief teaches us this. This is one of the 5 sciences, astrology.
What? Mm-hmm.
As above, so below. Everything that's going on in the stars and the planetary alignments is being manifested here. So if you want to understand...
No, it's not. You can't prove that. You can't prove that. You cannot prove that. And if that's the case, then you need to sit back, get you a bucket of popcorn, and let the stars do the stars. Y'all need to dancing with the stars. If everything going on down here is a representation of something that we can't control, why won't y'all just sit back and relax and let the stars do what the stars do? Why you trying to do a GoFundMe? Why you trying to do a petition? Why you trying to do an appeal? Just let the stars play out.
Interested in a great read? Check out Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, also known as True. Many of you know him as True. He has authored this amazing read. The book is available on Apple Books. Get your copy today and stay motivated to win.
Just let the stars play out.
And why certain patterns keep happening, you must take a look at your astrological program. Because I guarantee you, if you overthink about stuff and you be having you feeling down, it is an aspect in your chart.
No, it's not, man, because everybody at one time or another will overthink. And why is your Messiah in jail? What aspect is that? Come on now. And why y'all ain't giving classes no more? We got questions out here.
That says that you do this. That's something I'm dealing with.
What you dealing with, Evro?
Saturn square Neptune.
Saturn square
It says
Neptune.
that you overthink and that you feel guilt for no reason.
Man, do you know how many interpretations of astrology there are? You just pick that one? I guarantee you I can find Saturn square Neptune that say something completely different. What are we talking about? How can we hang our hat? How can we hang our hat on a goddamn astrology interpretation? If you do astrology, fine, have fun. I used to play with Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon cards. That's fun. Warcraft, whatever it is. If you do astrology, go ahead, do your thing. I'm just saying. Don't be basing your life off of that junk, bro. But if you want to do that and it's working for you, go ahead. But it ain't been working for Carbonation, bro. It ain't been working for y'all, bruh. Efru, Saturn, you basing your life off of Saturn square Neptune? I can find, do you know how many interpretations they got? Bro, there's like 30,000 Saturn square Neptune interpretations, and Carbonation just pick one and say, I like that one. That sound like me. I believe it. See, it said right here. I guarantee you could pull me up an aspect about Taurus and it resonate with me, and I'm a Pisces. I guarantee you can find something about Aries and you could be like, oh, it's because your houses. Y'all act like I wasn't in Carbonation. I guarantee if you want it to be real, it'll be real.
And when you have that awareness about yourself, you can say, damn, that is something that my character goes through. And I know that this is a happening and it's not in my control.
Okay, if you know it ain't in your doggone control, then stop doing these GoFundMes. Stop talking about malicious prosecution. And tell Legio Bishop to get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and sit down somewhere. Tell him to get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and sit down somewhere and let this thing play out. And stop talking about they don't want y'all to know this. Y'all ain't letting nothing play out. Let it play out. Tell that boy get him a milk carton. And some Doritos.
I'm really just watching the character.
Check out that dance was fire. I ain't gonna lie, Efru, that little dance was fire. I thought you about to I thought one of them Indian dance you about to do. I gotta revert. That jump was hard, Efru. I ain't gonna hold you now. That jump was hard now, Efru. Efru hit him with that goddamn Prince of Persia. Check out Efru.
And I know that this is a happening and it's do all these things and I can't be so attached to the character.
Efru hit them boy with that Aladdin boy. Okay. Yeah. I can't wait till I go to the party and bust that out on the boy.
It says that you overthink
hit her with
and
Efru.
that you feel guilt for no reason. And when you have that awareness about yourself, you can say, damn, that
Efru, you don't feel guilt for no reason. You feel guilt for being in this situation, man. It's a reason, dog.
Is something that my character goes through, and I know that this is a happening and it's not in my control, and I'm really just watching the character do all these things, and I can't be so attached to the character.
Well, tell Legio to detach from that body in jail, cause he's sure gonna be down there for a minute. Go ahead and get the detaching, my boy.
Cause my true identity is shapeless and formless, is the nothingness, the perceiver that is watching the happening. And when you tap into your true identity, you can take a You can take a step back and just go on the ride, knowing that everything is predestined, everything is already written. That's why you have deja vu. You've done this many times before, acting like that you exist when you don't exist. Why do we limit ourselves?
All right, well, we can't send no domination to folk that don't exist now. So, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't understand how we supposed to be sending donation to folk that don't exist.
These finite forms. I mean, yeah, God broke itself up into many different pieces, right? And your character is the piece that God wanted to experience itself through. So we have to acknowledge that we are God, the oneness, and the character that God, the possibility, this piece of glass that so happens to be.
After you must just got through watching that video. You probably just got through watching that video. Because I don't know why we talking about glass and pieces of God. Y'all must have gave up on the appeal. Y'all, the appeal that just must ain't happening. Because we talking about glass and pieces and... What happened to y'all, what happened? I'm trying to understand. It don't make sense. If your Messiah supposed to be your guiding light is in prison for life without the possibility of parole, don't every time y'all go live and everything y'all do, shouldn't it be about getting him out? It's like they went from, this is an injustice, we need a lawyer, we gonna file an appeal, he coming home, to pieces of glass, characters, God broke. Y'all done abandoned y'all campaign. We ain't talking about malicious prosecution no more. We ain't talking about none of that. We just done. Y'all must ain't talked to that boy in a minute.
Efru, that's who you gotta accept. But you have to always be aware. And this is why she say, keep the knowledge no matter what you do. Keep the knowledge. Because if you ain't thinking about the knowledge, what you thinking about?
That's a good question, Efru. That's a good question. Because the only way you can keep doing what you're doing is if you constantly keep thinking about whatever it was that you was just listening to probably about 30 seconds before you turned that live on. Because if you start thinking about reality, oh boy, it's gonna create some different feelings.
This system, you know how they got everybody? Because they got your mind, they got your focus.
Wait, I thought we were supposed to take responsibility for everything.
They got you thinking that I gotta go to work and get money and relationships and parties and do this.
Why we can't have relationships and go to parties, Efru? God dang it. As much as Carbonation likes to talk about them being on the receiving end of being demonized, they sure like to demonize everything. Efru, we can't have a relationship and go to parties?
Dad, watch the news, TV, input. We are robots. We are organic robots.
Efru, you are not a robot. When you tell somebody they're a robot, oh my God. Efru, if you watching this, when he told us we were robots, he was stripping away our humanity to justify treating us as if we weren't humans. You can treat your laptop a certain type of way, but you don't treat your child the same way you treat your laptop. People are not robots, Efru. If I can convince you you're a robot, I can convince you to be treated as if you're not a human. You ain't no robot, Efru. A robot awaits input and instructions to execute operations and movements. You are a free-thinking person, Efru. You don't have to wait for a command or a plug-in or a code to execute and operate. You are not a robot. God dang, Bishop, man. Yo, you messing folks' head up, man. And that's why you in jail. This is why you in jail. Right here.
Born input. Children, they want to get into everything because they're trying to understand. They're trying to understand. And input. You just put an input and information into a robot.
No.
And so after those 7 years are very significant for us because after we get all that input from our environment, our parents, and the people we're around, and the things that they teach us and tell us, religion and name, and this is this and this is that. After those 7 years, we're just running off of the programming that we've been taught.
Okay, if that's the case, then Efru, what's the point of going out there and listening to Eligio Bishop? If the first 7 years of our life predicts and determines what we're gonna do and who we're gonna be moving forward, then it's too late for you.
And so you think you gotta go to work. You think that Jesus is a white man in the sky. You think that men are monogamous. You think that, you think that you gotta get a job. You think that you need to be with a white man so you can have pretty babies with good hair.
No, Efru, what is you talking about? What is you talking about? You act like every black woman out here. Yo! You act like you ain't never seen two black people together. Come on, Efru. You ain't never seen two black folk together. Come on, man. Okay. All right now.
And you don't understand melanin. You think you gotta go to the beauty supply store and get a wig so you can fit into society.
Efru, everybody don't wear wigs. I know you see all these folks with their natural hair on the internet. We can't talk about hair, Efru. You ain't got none no more. You in the same boat. At least they can fix if they wanted to go natural, they just had to take the wig off. You through. You gotta wait months. Y'all ain't got no hair. Y'all can't mention hair. What y'all mentioning hair? And how y'all gonna talk about we gotta go to work and job, but y'all asking people who go to work and who got a job to give y'all donations? That's crazy. That crazy, cuz.
These are all ideas and thoughts that we took on because we've been told them out of ignorance. You know, life is an obstacle course and you gotta just go through it. And this is for the chosen. This is only for the chosen who's still working.
Okay, all right, Efru, if this for the chosen, then leave our unchosen behinds out of the equation. Who you talking? And the chosen for? The chosen. The chosen. Chosen to do what exactly?
Cool, and just like, what the fuck is this reality? What is this? You gotta ask these questions. They tell you God created everything. Well, who created God? You have to ask questions. What is a tree?
Bro, those are... Bruh, what is a tree? Yo, you act like that's such a philosophically deep... Now, I understand people going back and forth about the existence of God and all of that. That's understandable. But what is a tree? You can go talk to a... Bro, you can talk to somebody that work with trees. It's called an arborist. They can tell you exactly what a tree is. They can tell you everything it do. What you mean, what is a tree, Afro? He got life without parole and you asking these questions. We need to be asking how to file an appeal. We don't need to be worried about what a tree is. A tree gonna be what a tree gonna be. The only thing you need to know, you don't need to know what a tree is. The only thing you need to know is that if they all gone, you dead too. That's all you need to know about trees. That's it. You don't need to know nothing else about no tree. That's all you need to know. Trees is part of the reason why you breathe. That's it. What you need to know all that for, F-Roo? What you need to know all that for? You need to know when is the deadline to submit an appeal. You need to ask the question is, how long you gonna be doing this? You know, what's next? Are y'all going back to the tropics? Is we going back to the tropics, F-Roo? Is we getting closer to the equator? I heard you mention melanin. Are we going back to the equator? Is Carbonation going to keep the knowledge or they going to keep running behind Eligio? Keep the knowledge mean y'all got to get up out of Atlanta. Because last time I checked, y'all know I remember now. We supposed to be F-Roo, between the tropical Cancer and the tropical Capricorn. Atlanta don't fall between that window. Y'all supposed to be moving on out to the tropics. Come on now. What happened to get back to the tropics? Atlanta is not tropics.
Why are human beings so disconnected from nature? What?
Man, y'all Messiah said that. Man, y'all Messiah said everything is nature. And that you can't be disconnected from nature, F-Roo. He said everything, there's nothing outside of nature. So how can you be disconnected from nature when you are nature, F-Roo? I ain't forgot, F-Roo. I ain't forgot. Okay, I know y'all think I'm Mr. Disloyal and all of that. But I remember, F-Roo. I remember. How can you be disconnected from nature, F-Roo, when your Messiah said that there's nothing outside of nature? Come on, F-Roo. Y'all don't want to go live with me.
Why are melanated beings so oppressed in this system? We have to truly meditate and ponder upon these things and not just get up and go to work. Because somebody told us we need to get a job. How you gonna survive? How you gonna survive in this world, girl? You gonna need a job. You can't stay in my house. You gotta pay a bill. You gotta get a job. When I was starting to grow my...
The reason you keep talking about getting a job is because you're terrified to get one. When you've been telling yourself that you're a goddess and that you manifest money, you can't fathom the idea of being spotted at Wendy's. This perpetual acknowledgement of getting a job has nothing to do with us. F-Roo know that that's what she about to have to do. You know you gonna have to get a job, bro. But that just don't resonate with your soul after being dependent on other people for so long. You have thought about it, F-Roo. That's why you talking about it. You have played it out in your mind. If I leave Carbonation, I'm going to have to do what? I'm going to have to go back to my mama's house, my grandma's house, somewhere. Then what? Then what you going to have to do, F-Roo? You going to have to do what? You going to have to go to school or you going to have to get a job. That's what you going to have to do. Or you gonna have to start your own business. Or you gonna scam. Or you gonna turn to being a criminal. That's that. I'm sorry, Efaru, but you know what I mean. Like, what do you want fruit to be falling from the sky? What do you want, Efaru? Like, y'all, Carbonation sound like some people that just complain because the world ain't perfect. Y'all want to wake up in the morning and go and be able to pull your food off a tree in your backyard. Y'all want to be able to wake up and just go paint and do art and play the harp. Life ain't fair, Efaru. God dang. It's not fair. It's never gonna be fair. And y'all gonna keep holding on to this narrative until the world bend to y'all will.
So they told me, girl, you can't get no job with locks. I'm like, yo, you can't be natural in this system.
You can't, Efaru. What are you talking about? There's plenty. Bro, ain't nobody even tripping off locks no more. Bro, locks is more accepted than it's ever been. What are you talking about? They just had a dude take a whole NASA headshot with his dreadlocks. And they was died. Ain't nobody tripping off locks. You can't be walking around with them boo-boo doodoo locks. But it is not uncommon for people to have locks and be considered professional. What is you talking about? And don't be talking about no locks, Efaru. You ain't got no. The only locks you got is the ones that's on your locker. That's it. You got the lock that like we had at school. You had to turn it to the left. You had to turn it to the right. You had to turn back to the left. Then you open up. Y'all ain't got no locks. Don't talk about no locks. Even the military has changed their standards on locks. Come on, man. What is you talking about? Ain't nobody tripping off no locks. You just can't have them boo-boo stinking. You know, don't nobody want to see that. Even black folk don't want to see that. Don't nobody want to hear that. I'm all natural, man. Don't nobody want to see them doo-doo ugly locks that got roaches and lint balls and Cheetos and Funyuns in them, man. Fix your hair, bro. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with being white or hating yourself. Some folk look ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, it look unkept, bro. Dang. You ain't got to be the flyest, sharpest, edgy, crisped up person in the world, but at least look like you touched your hair when you woke up this morning in some type of way. You can even be professional and have freeform locks, but don't let your hair be an over distraction to the goddamn workplace. Just like certain workplaces don't want you to wear neon green and bright pink. It ain't got nothing to do with oppression. It's just not appropriate for the job, sir. Dang. No, you can't wear your Charles Manson shirt to work. God dang. No, you can't wear I hate gays t-shirt. You can't wear that, man. Okay? No, you can't wear the pants with your boot out. No, you can't. Okay? And we're not trying to oppress you. It's just not appropriate for the environment. God dang. But hey, that's part one, man. We about to come right back. They cut me off 53 seconds. But what? Yeah. Alright. Part 2. I saved the first one. I ain't gonna keep it up forever. I don't be wanting my page to be full of carbonation stuff, but I'll leave it up probably for 24 hours. Kind of interested to get to Zoka's part because I haven't heard anything from her in a while. All right, Efaru, let's do it.
Animals. We're no different from the animals.
That's not true, Efaru. That's not true. We are very different from animals, bro. We are very different from animals.
Y'all, go ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in
We are
advance.
very different from animals. Oh my God. The references to animals and the references to robots is designed to dehumanize you. That's the purpose. To make yes, we can be classified as mammals. But if you can't tell me that there's not a clear difference between a dog and a human. Even the most significant so-called relative that we have, the gorilla, the apes, we are not the same. We clearly have an awareness that is superior to other animals. God dang it.
Wearing clothes. We are supposed to be butt naked in the jungle.
That's what somebody who's a deviant says. That idea, Ephru, was a part of Eligio Bishop's sexual deviancy. Animals don't have the internet either, Ephru, but you own it. Animals don't wear earrings. Animals don't cut their hair. Animals don't have phones. I'm telling you, Tam, butt naked in the jungle doing what, Ephru? What? Y'all, we was already out there. And what did we do, Ephru? Like, y'all keep pointing people back to places that y'all have been, but you can't show them any type of results for going out there. Where's the results at, Ephru? God dang it.
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but the desired outcome for Eligio Bishop, aka Nature Boy, aka Chief Hopper John Hot Pocket, aka Chief Administrative Segregation, aka Chief Life in Prison, plus 10 years without the possibility of parole. I think his desired result is exactly what Ephru, aka Caleb Buckner, is currently doing. Wasting away, preaching and teaching his nonsense. This is what he would have wanted. So his results, this is what he wanted the whole time.
Are here to elevate. Yes, when you are able to understand the absolute truth and the highest frequency of knowledge there is, everything is on a spectrum and frequencies. When you understand the top knowledge, you have an obligation to apply this knowledge. To say, this is bigger than me. Fuck my feelings. Fuck, the little,
They love that. That's one of the common things that keeps them trapped is they won't listen to their feelings. They believe that their feelings are wrong, their feelings are not to be trusted, that their feelings are demonic, that their feelings are generational curses, that their feelings make them weak. Eligio Bishop has conditioned them to believe that the only way to exist as a person who is enlightened and a person who is intelligent is somebody who only deals with so-called objectivity. He literally, that's why they love the robot reference. Because typically you don't associate a robot with having emotions. That's what is distinct about humans and machines. Machines don't have emotions. No matter how advanced the AI is, the AI doesn't have emotions. It's an algorithm. You're not a robot, Ephru. You're not. Oh my God, bro.
Go through because of the white supremacy programming. Fuck that shit. We are here to do something big on this earth. And it takes patience and it takes endurance, because it's not going to happen overnight. Just like your growth and healing not going to happen overnight.
She has to tell herself that. She has to tell herself that it's going to take patience and that it's going to take endurance, because life without parole is a long time. It's a long time. So you have to tell yourself those things. This is a pep talk for her. This has nothing to do with anybody on the other side. This doesn't have anything to do with people commenting and listening. This is a pep talk for her to feel better about what she's doing.
For 6 years. And I still got mad work to do. I've grown
See?
a lot, but
She tells herself that. It keeps you reaching. She says it don't take you 6 years to get a bachelor's degree. Like, it doesn't take you 6 years to do anything. Like, you can be almost finished with medical school in 6 years. Like, but in a cult, because there is no destination, there is no graduation, Efru has told herself that after 6 years, she still has a lot to work on. God dang.
still got a lot of work to do.
And that keeps you reaching and 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 doing more videos and doing more stunts and cutting your hair and getting tattoos and changing your name and making websites and making t-shirts and buying shoes and setting up GoFundMes. I gotta do more. But keep going, because there's a place I want y'all to get to, and it's called burnout. Burnout is a mug. Burnout will make you quit your job on that day. Burnout will make you slam your laptop down on your desk and walk out and tell people I'm gone. Burnout will make you quit school in the middle of the semester. Burnout will make you break up with somebody while y'all on a date. So keep going, Efru. Keep going harder. I want you to burn out every calorie you got left for carbonation, so you can finally walk away from it.
And I'm thankful for this space, because I feel like we're in this space where we're truly being put to apply the knowledge for ourselves. Because
See? And this is another thing. She has to tell herself that, this is happening for us. We're being tested. You know, this has nothing to do with him. We're being tested. This to them, they feel like this is the ultimate test of their loyalty. This is the ultimate test of their loyalty in their mind.
Chief, he has a big light, he has a big heart, a big energy. And he will fight every single demon. Man, if you're around him, he will fight your demons. He can feel what people are going through, and he will just speak the Holy Spirit to make you get out of the darkness of your mind and make it so clear. Because when you're going through a demon, it's just a shadow and the angle of bending of light in your mind that ain't fucking true. It's not real. It's a fucking illusion, and people give their precious energy and attention to illusions.
That's a good point, Efru. That's a good point. It's so fascinating that she doesn't see how what she's saying applies to her.
Focus is delusional.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And Chief, he has the clearest mind. Why you think people left their whole life to walk on the path and study the teaching?
It wasn't because of him. It wasn't because of him, Efru. If it was, you didn't even want to be with Nature Boy. That wasn't even on your radar when you came. You seen what we was doing, and you was like, dang, that looked like fun. I want to be a part of that. It was the community aspect. It was not Nature Boy that brought you there.
And be in a space where they can apply it to their life. But you thought you were just going to go to the jungle, eat your fruit and vegetables and eat all clean and holistic and be foot on dirt. And
Yeah, Efaru. Yeah, because that's what was promoted. What do you mean? That sounds so crazy. Like, you act like that wasn't what Carbonation's main marketing aspect was.
tent, getting the sunlight, and you were just about to go on a water slide for the rest of your existence? No, bitch, no. Do you know that we got shit in our genetics?
Nah, Efaru. Nah, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You look, yeah, I ain't gonna hold you, Town. Yeah, I think they still might be smoking that Atlanta weed. Efaru, you ain't got nothing in your genetics, man. You ain't got nothing in your genetics, Efaru. You a normal person, Efaru. You a normal person, Efaru. You ain't got nothing in your genetics, Efaru. Eligio Bishop told you that to make you feel like you had something you needed to work on, Efaru. You ain't got nothing in your genetics. I know you think something wrong with you because you mixed. You done let this melanin mess go to your head. I know what that's like. I used to believe in it too. But ain't nothing wrong with you because you mixed, Efaru. I know you strive extra hard because you feel like you not all the way black. You know sometimes they won't let light-skinned people in the door. But if not only is you light-skinned, you feel like you only what? A fourth black or half black. You don't even feel all the way black. That's a part of the reason why you go so hard. It's because you feel like you need to do more work to be where you are. You think you got the white. How many times did Goofy Boy tell you you got that white man in you? How many times he told you that, Efaru? And how many times did you feel bad about that? How many times did you feel inferior when he told you got that white man in you? Prior to meeting Eligio Bishop, it probably wasn't that big of a deal. You know who you are, Efaru. Ain't nothing wrong with you, man. You fully capable of doing what you need to do. And ask your husband this. Your friend, your guru, whatever he is today. I could have sworn that he said that white people came from black people, because how could they not if black people were the first people on the planet? So it seems like the white man is in everybody.
Got bullshit, ignorance, confusion, self-hate in our genetics. A program that's been running and running and running, which is why the human species have become so disconnected from nature, from where we are pooping in toilets and bathing in chlorine.
Efaru, you better poop. Efaru, that poop will make you sick, sweetheart. You can't be having that stuff laying around your yard, sweetheart. That's not gonna make you sick, Efaru. And trust me, Efaru, you know, poop don't dissolve fast. That stuff will pile up on you, Efaru. It'll make you sick, Efaru. They look at the history of the plumbing system. There is a reason why humans have to create distance between their waste. And even if you eat organic, Efru, waste creates bacteria that can harm us. That's why we don't drink our own pee, Efru. That's why we don't drink our own pee, Efru, okay? If you drink your own pee, ain't no alkaline pee, Efru. Ain't no organic pee. No matter what you're eating and no matter what you're drinking, if you drink your own pee, it's gonna make you sick, sweetheart, okay? You know what I mean? The poop need to go somewhere else. That's just, it's okay, Efru. You don't need to be in the direct vicinity of your own fecal matter. It's not that serious. If you want to play in your poop, just catch a little bit and then just save it, Efru. If poop is that important to y'all, just save a little bit, put it in a little Tupperware, and you can open it up whenever you feel like you're missing Mother Nature.
That's how long this bullshit has been happening. And that healing process.
Efru, even dogs cover up their own poop. Like, I've watched a full-fledged dog cover up his own poop. I've seen a cat just not... All right, Efru, all right.
You gotta be gentle with yourself. I'm learning how to be gentle with myself. Because the demons and the shadows that I'm fighting are just the 23 from my mom and the 23 from my dad.
The shadows you fighting is in that room. Y'all need to turn some lights on. Don't be blaming your mom and your daddy for this. The shadows you fighting is in that room. Y'all need a lamp or something. Don't do your mom and dad like that. It's dark in there.
That bond and that energy that came together, I'm fighting all the bullshit that happened in a relationship. Because literally, her genetics, his genetics come together and it made me. And so the generational curses.
Efru, you know that genetics is not that simple. We also know genetically we can receive traits from great-grandparents and great-great-grandparents. You're not just your mother and father. Stop, yo. Here's the tricky part, Efru. Here's the flip. Eligio Bishop really dumb. That's the crazy part about it, Efru. That I know is hard to accept, but Eligio really dumb, Efru. Genetics is not that simple. Prime example. Nobody in my family has colored eyes, but me, my brother, and one of my sisters. Which suggests, because we have the same father, that he is the carrier of the gene, but he himself don't have colored eyes. We can't find nobody in our family that has colored eyes, but somehow we got colored eyes. It wasn't my mother and it wasn't my father directly, so we can't act like genes, like we are not literally our mother and father, Efru. That's a simplified version of somebody trying to pretend like they were smart.
Is the shit that your Babylon family didn't work on. They didn't work on it. So now you gotta sit with yourself and your darkness and your
That's not true, Efru, all the time. Y'all be taking half-truths and trying to insert your beliefs on top of them. Yes, there are people who end up being alcoholics because their father and their grandfather and their great-grandfather was an alcoholic. But there are also examples of people who have two drug-addicted parents that go on and never touch drugs a day in their life and never struggle with it. We are not always dealing with the sins of our father. We're not always directly dealing with the shortcomings of our parents. It's not cut and dry and black and white like that. There's people who grow up in a household where everybody smoke weed and they ain't never smoked a day in their life.
And be still and say, I am God. Peace, be still and say, I am God.
Well, tell Lizio, don't get on that phone then. Don't get on that phone trying to go live. I don't want to hear nothing. But hey, y'all, I'm being still because I'm God. And hang up, man. And hang up, man. Don't be having these long, drawn-out conversations because F-Ru just said, be still and know that you God. Hang up the phone.
When you just tap into that understanding of I am God and that awareness, you can get through anything. Because you see everybody as you. Because you know what you're here to do.
Okay, we almost done with F-Ru.
God. And you understand that this is a happening. And sometimes you just got to sit back and let it happen.
Sit back there, F-Ru.
Sometimes you just got to sit back and let it happen.
I know what that means, F-Ru. I know what that means. I know that's code, F-Ru. That's code for you kind of, saying, shoot, ain't really nothing we can do. I know the code, F-Ru. I know the hidden language, F-Ru. You know why, F-Ru? Because I'm Illuminati. I'm the real. See, I had this before y'all were talking about 3 God, F-Ru. It's me, F-Ru. I'm really the 3. I had this tattoo before I came to Carbonation, F-Ru. See, y'all didn't see it. It was me the whole time, F-Ru. Yeah. Y'all didn't know, huh? I know the code, F-Ru. Sit back. Ain't nothing you can do. I know that means shoot, man. Hey. Shit, we done did everything we can do, man. I know F-Ru. It's okay. Yeah.
Sometimes you get put through certain situations. And sometimes your higher self just wants you to experience pain on a spiritual journey. Sometimes the higher self just wants you to.
Hey guys, I am back with yet another amazing book, The Tribe of Judah Experience, authored by Elizabeth, aka Liz. Guys, if you're interested in being one of the first people to get this book, it is available for pre-order now. All you have to do is go to Liz's IG page, which is here on the screen right now. Click on the link in her bio, and it will take you directly to Amazon.com so you could go ahead and get on the pre-order list today.
On a spiritual journey, sometimes the higher self just wants you to experience pain, depression.
Why?
Sadness, irritation, restrictedness, just so you can appreciate the blessings. Appreciate the freedom that's going to come after you keep pushing through the muck.
Excuse me? Look at the camera.
Yes.
You my bitch. Tell him you my bitch. Tell him I got my G bitch. I ride for this nigga. That's my life, bitch. I chose this.
Yeah.
Tell him.
Main point, I'm not gonna watch too much of this, but the main point, I just want to skip through it. Like, just look at him. He think he untouchable.
Because you want to know? Then why you say
Yo, he really think he untouchable. He don't have no idea in this moment what gonna happen to him 2-3 years later. Your boy has no idea. Okay, Zoka, I ain't seen you in a minute, Zoka. What you got for me?
Peace to the gods. Welcome back to Chance and Opportunity.
Zoka, that ain't no approved. That ain't no authorized. That ain't no authorized salute, Zoka. What was that? That ain't authorized.
333. Peace to the gods. Welcome back to Chance and Opportunity.
What was that? What is that, Zoka? I'm telling.
I have this feeling that I need to express right now. And when I look at black women,
Oh my goodness. Why y'all hate black women so much? Bro, y'all don't need to be looking at black. Y'all need to stop looking at people all together. And look at y'all self, bruh. God, dog, boy. What wrong with black women, man?
I can say that I'm honestly disappointed
Why?
in black women.
Why?
The way we carry ourselves, and most importantly, the way we carry the black man is so...
Man, I feel you on one hand, Zoka, because sometimes I be like, look, man, we don't need no more Sexy Reds and we don't need no more Suki Hamas. I get you on one hand, Zoka. I get it. But every black woman ain't doing that. They ain't doing that, bruh. And you talking about the black man. You act like the black man should be innocent because he black. Man, there's some black dudes out here foul-ish, man. There's some black dudes out here that's foul. What you want black women to just be like, oh, yeah, we gonna be down with you anyway. Man, ain't nobody trying to do what you doing, Zoka. And you act like you won't see no black folks together. Y'all is in Atlanta. Y'all is in one of the largest concentrations of black people in the United States. Y'all don't see black folk together out there. Oh, y'all don't leave the house. Y'all algorithm on y'all Instagram feed has been tuned to Shahrazad Ali. Your Instagram feed knows you like stuff like that. So y'all only see stuff that is, y'all don't understand the algorithm. The algorithm is showing you stuff that it has recognized you like to watch. Your Instagram timeline is not a reflection of the world, Zoka. Everybody's Instagram timeline is curated to what they click on and what they engage with. My timeline look different. I guarantee, you know why my timeline got army stuff on it? Because I click on army stuff. Because I used to be in the army. But I can go to somebody else's timeline, it won't be a drop of army stuff on it. Y'all are being fed what the algorithm has recognized y'all like to see. It's called engagement. I'm telling you, Tam. Y'all think y'all better than black women because y'all refuse to leave somebody just because they black? Ain't no honor in that. Ain't no honor in overlooking abuse for the sake of being loyal. That's crazy.
Disrespectful. It shows our self-hatred. It shows our lack of knowledge of self. It shows our blatant ignorance. It's just exposing the disease-infested mind state black women have. Especially black American women.
God dang. The only reason you saying that is because it fits with the narrative you subscribe to. By you convincing yourself that black women are the most disease-infected mentality, psychology especially American black women, is because it makes you feel good about doing what you're doing. Y'all stupid talking about, bruh, y'all crazy talking about some forced accent, bruh.
Getting down to their core. And she is in her own way. The black woman is in her own way. Thinking she know the way. Which way, how it's supposed to be done. And I understand the concept of the black woman being God and no disrespect, but the black woman in black America, the black women in America are truly not even divine feminine beings. They are genetically modified organisms that have been programmed by the United States Corporation to express a demonic gene of toxic masculinity, independence.
Oh my God. How is a woman wanting to be independent a toxic masculine trait? God dang. So women can't have goals and stuff they want to do? Yo! And the crazy part about it is, it's plenty of people out there that feel like that. It's plenty of religions and cultures that feel like, oh, shoot, you a woman. Like, what do you mean you want to do something other than cook and clean? Like, some people really, really die hard believe that women should just be cooking and cleaning. And that they shouldn't challenge a man, and that they shouldn't go against the man, and that they shouldn't question a man, and that they should just stay in their place. Do you know who came up with that idea? Men. Do you know who came? You have like women was like, yeah, we agree that we should take on this role for the betterment of the community. No, men came up with these ideas as a form of oppression and a form of obtaining power. Come on, man. God dang, women can't have independence? God dog.
Selfishness. Pride. It's
Can't have pride, so God dang.
festering. It's
We can't have you can't have pride, so God dog. Dang, so good. You can't. Well, you can't even have no pride as a woman.
cancer. And as a black woman, I gotta get comfortable. As I observe myself on the spiritual journey and other black women that have come on the spiritual journey, I have always seen the inability to take responsibility when it comes to our own healing and our own duty that we have to do as a divine feminine being that is trying to awaken into a divine feminine being, is to listen. When you find a good divine masculine man, which is the only man on this planet in the universe, the Elohim.
What? Yo, you mean to tell me there's only one Negro? Yo, you mean to tell me that there's 4 billion women on the planet and only one man in the whole universe? Oh my God.
Say that's my husband. I'm able to say that's my Lord and Savior, a God in my eyes, because he speaks divine knowledge itself. He protects and provides for his
No, he don't. No, he don't. Zoka, slow down, bro. Zoka, no, he don't. Zoka, you want me to tell you a secret? Your boy ain't never had no money, Zoka. Zoka, you want me to tell you another secret? He wasn't doing nothing. Everybody else was running Carbonation, while he took credit for our efforts. That's not to say, oh, I'm the real chief of... I don't care nothing about that. I'm saying when it comes to the logistics and the movement and the production and the creation and the management, that Negro wasn't doing nothing but eating pistachios and cookies. That boy ain't got no money, Zoka. Zoka, all the money you've ever seen came from somebody else. That boy broke, Zoka. He been broke since day one. The 300,000 he had came from Key. And every dime he had moving forward came from somebody else. And if he was getting a residual income from his barbershop and the barbershop is still running, why ain't y'all getting that money still?
Now, that right there is an awesome question. If Leo Bishop, aka Nature Boy, aka Chief Hopper John Hot Pocket, aka Chief Administrative Segregation,
That money
has
still.
residual income from the barbershop, shouldn't they have like a really good chunk of change
The barbershop's
at
still
their
open, ain't
disposal
it?
to support them in their
Something must have
relocation once he's moved to his permanent camp? Instead of them putting up GoFundMes, shouldn't that tie them over along with all the donations that they're getting? Oh no, I don't think there's any barbershop residuals.
Zoka, no,
I think that's just
Zoka,
another
he
lie
in
he made
jail
up.
for life without parole around a bunch of other dudes that don't care about nothing. That man just got through eating some canned spaghetti. What are you talking about, bro? I'm telling you, this accepting that he has life without parole and they ain't gonna never see him again, that's hard. That's a hard pill to swallow. When you have invested 4, 5, 6 years of your life into something, it's one thing to cut your losses, but these folks gotta walk away with nothing. They not only do they gotta walk away with nothing, they gotta walk away with extra trauma that they didn't have before they came. Thanks, Bishop. Thanks, man.
He honors his mother and his father. So, and then separated himself from a system that only showed him that he was...
So, no, he didn't. He ran right back to Atlanta. He ran all the way. He came back to Atlanta, Zoka, and rented a house, wearing chains, smoking Black and Miles, drinking Hennessy, Zoka. He didn't disconnect from the system, bruh.
Little boy only showed him that he was not ever going to be really a human, just going to be thrown away in a cage, just going to be categorized into this evil being in which he isn't. Just because of the fear of the United States corporation to the rise of a black messiah.
Man, nobody worried about...
Unifying.
Bro, wasn't nobody worried about what he was doing, bruh? Zoka, ain't nobody behind... Bro, y'all, you should know from the last 2 years that y'all ain't got no support, bro. Ain't nobody worried about Eligio Bishop, bro. He wasn't arrested and convicted and sentenced for being a potential messiah. He was arrested and convicted and sentenced for the crimes that's listed on his profile on the Georgia Department of Corrections website. You can't lock nobody up for being a goddamn teacher.
and having knowledge of self and having a mind state and a movement that's going to awaken us as beings to say, oh, we're one. Why are we fighting each other? Let's have a movement, which Elohio, the Christ, did as a movement that's saying, people, leave out of this Babylonian system, stop giving your energy to the system, and separate yourself. Take yourself out of the culture medium that has made you sick, that has made you ignorant.
And then where do we end up, Zoka? In Atlanta, right? In Atlanta. Remember Philadelphia, Zoka? What part of the game was that? What part of the knowledge was that, Zoka? What part of the knowledge was Las Vegas, Zoka?
That has made you dumb, deaf, and blind to God right in front of you. The air that you breathe, the sun that gives you food to eat. You know, we ignore all of these things, and Elohio has showed us by example.
Example?
Out of the system.
No, don't want to hear nothing about no video from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. We talking about today's examples, Zoka. Right now, in this moment, do you want to follow Eligio Bishop's destination plan? What's his example, Zoka? How to throw your life away?
Going into nature and healing himself. He's a real nigga from Harlem from 1982. So let's just get understanding.
What does that have to do with anything?
We're all fucked up.
No, we ain't. No, that's what you need to tell yourself to feel good about being on this fake spiritual journey. We are not all messed up, Zoka. That's not true. You gotta tell yourself that to continue going through the torture that you've been putting yourself through. We ain't talking, don't be throwing that on folks. How you just gonna throw that on folks like that, Zoka? That ain't fair, nah.
Yet, when we have a divine being.
Oh, I thought that was an ad. It was an ad.
Online with Shopify's social media and marketplace integrations.
God, dog.
Being that is here, that's giving you source consciousness, that's telling you about yourself with facts, that understands your trials and tribulation and can see your point of view, but also the higher perspective to give you, to raise you up out of your muck and your ignorance to higher source consciousness and enlightenment to the Christ consciousness of God, which is the I am, which is knowing that I am everything and everything is me. So how can I ever disrespect the black man when he is me? Sit here to help me and teach me about who I am as a woman.
That man gone. That man gone, Zoka. That man is gone, bro. That man is gone. The judge gave him the long road, boss. Do you understand me, Zoka? Bro, that man ain't did nothing for y'all, and he damn sure can't do nothing for y'all at this point, Zoka. He ain't about to teach you nothing, boy. I'm telling you, Cash Barbie, this is a PR campaign. Notice they ain't talking about the appeal no more. They ain't talking about the judicial system no more. They ain't talking about 3 to 3 no more. They ain't talking about malicious prosecution no more. What we doing, man? What we doing?
Can't really see herself when she looks in the mirror. Doesn't really understand who she is. Going off.
Yo, them pauses, bro. I'm telling y'all, them pauses, that's when you feel stupid. But you can, and when you feel stupid, yo, I remember them pauses. Them pauses when you feel stupid to yourself, be like, what am I talking about? You gotta hurt, but then you know you on camera, so you gotta hurt. You ain't trying to turn the vid. You can't turn the live off, so you know you being watched. So that's that. Man, what am I talking about, bro? That's when you realize you can't remember. You can't remember what your starting point was. You can't remember what you just got through saying. You can't remember what you about to say next. You like, man, quantum physics. Why she just pull? Jazz do it all the time. Jazz be talking about quantum physics, melanin, stars, liquor, cigarettes, black women, hair, feet, earthing, holographic universe. Can't see me, you can't see me. I can't see you. Close your eyes, it don't exist. Electrons, protons, neutrons, Voltron, Megatron, Exxon. That man be talking about everything in one video, bruh. That's when you feel, I'm telling you, that's when you feel done to yourself. You like, dang, what I was talking about? Dang, I'm gonna lie too. Dang, I shouldn't have went live. I wasn't all the way ready. Dang, I thought this video was gonna be longer than this. Dang, I had more to say. Dang, I thought I had more to say than this. That moment hit you, boy. You be like, dawg, boy, why I turned it live on?
Going off the old program of white supremacy because that's all she knows. That's the only world that she knows. She knows monogamy. She knows a single parent home. Her mama was masculine.
That's not true, Zoka. God dang, you had your mom and dad in your life. What is we? Oh my God, bro. Why is we acting like everybody grew up in single mother homes?
All right,
Yeah,
y'all,
to
go
come up
ahead
with
and
these
drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
We had to come up with these walls and barriers. It's a whole bunch of walls black women got up. And we're compassionate for that because I understand how it is. It's hard when you have generational curses and the things that you're going through as a woman and you're lost on where to go or where to start your healing, especially if you want, as a woman, you want to heal and you know you have a divine purpose.
Okay.
And when you find that divine purpose,
Zoka's not really that good of a speaker. I think Efru kind of sells it better because that's essentially what they're doing. They're trying to sell you this belief system. Zoka doesn't really sell it that well. At this point, it just sounds like she's just saying, like she doesn't add her own spin into it. Like, it's just like, okay.
out. It might not be or look like how you might have wanted to.
Okay.
Will appear, but when the master appear, you're like, oh,
Okay.
I in squares. Why am I not connected to the earth? Why am I wearing tennis shoes?
Y'all ain't been connected to the earth and y'all been wearing shoes since we got to Atlanta. What are we talking about?
Went to work and acting like a masculine man. I'm supposed to be at home with my children teaching
Why, Zoka? Why, Zoka? Why do women have to be at home cooking and cleaning? Why, Zoka? Well, a woman can't have another path? God dang.
Invading the culture and the kingdom and putting up images and making sure little girls know how to.
You know what, though, Carbonation? I got a message for y'all, though. Y'all started off. Y'all talking about what everybody else supposed to be doing. Y'all started off then. Started off. If y'all have the enlightened answers and the blueprint, well, start it off. Why is y'all waiting for it? Why is y'all telling other? Y'all pop it off then. Y'all set it up, show people what it looked like, and then let people who want to be on board come on board. But y'all have not produced anything that is in alignment with what y'all say other people should be doing. Show us how it done.
Respect themselves because I know how to respect myself as queen. I want to be a goddess. I want to be, make me confident, make me secure. That all comes with work. It all comes with you pushing yourself and breaking yourself down. Break yourself down.
You don't have to break yourself down, Zoka. That is what you have to tell yourself to justify the traumatic events you have experienced on your so-called spiritual journey. You have to tell, you don't have to get broken down, Zoka. That's not true.
You have blotted out all of the things that have happened to you and compartmentalized them into one singular folder called being broken down.
Have no type of sense of self, because the sense of self that you have, the alter ego that you have, is coming from the white supremacy. Is the realest, because it's going to reveal the hurt and the pain and the trauma of our black people.
Okay.
You can't be a black man because you've been neglecting him.
Oh, I think this might be, you doing Q&A?
Thoughts. So you see in America, black women are just responding, doing what they want. I want this, I'm good. I'm gonna do this.
Bro, you act like everybody in this. You have, like, how can you put black women underneath the same umbrella as if they have as if they don't possess any diversity? That's crazy.
You see it in the movies. Black woman get her way.
You can't use the movies as an accurate representation of reality. It's sensationalized so people can watch the movies. Just like John Wick supposed to been dead. Ain't no way there's supposed to been a John Wick 4. John Wick was supposed to be dead on the first movie. But it's Hollywood. It's sensationalized for a reason. Ain't no way nobody beating up 8 folks. Ip Man was supposed to get tore up. But they had to make Ip Man 2. You can't use Hollywood and the movies and the media as accurate representations of reality. Zoka, what are you talking about? Y'all gotta stop watching Planet of the Apes.
And black women, when they integrate back into the nature of society, especially when the United States American Corporation system falls, black women...
When the system fall, y'all gonna be out here with it. Y'all is struggling to survive while the system is running. Once it falls, the food stamp card is irrelevant. Zoka, ain't gonna be no more lights. Ain't gonna be no more internet. Now I'm just playing hypothetically with the idea that the system falls. People have been saying the end of the world is gonna be the world was supposed to end 2,000 years ago.
Going to be in a very low state, the lowest of lows, because who is going to protect you?
Who gonna protect you, Zoka? People know where y'all live at. Jackson Juju ain't no security officers. Who is gonna protect you today? Boy, Bishop gonna protect you from jail? The gates gonna pop open, right? He gonna run back to Atlanta and swoop y'all up. And he gonna beat up everybody that coming. He gonna be able to fight everybody off. Cause you know he a chief.
It can't be a black man because you've been neglecting him, lying on him, putting him in a prison so you can feel good and feel powerful because you're using a white man system and the white man's mentality and agenda to separate the black man and black woman. So it separates God. And it's not even a white person. It's just the lower self entity that is infested with the 7 deadly sins. And so when black women start to really want to do spiritual work, she's going to start taking accountability.
It's getting played out, ain't it, Zoka? It's getting played out. Hold on. What is it called? I have an imagination too, y'all. So sometimes I like to pretend like I'm a detective or investigator. What I'm paying attention to is what I've been told is called micro expressions.
She's going to start taking accountability.
Watch how Zoka just kind of drops off.
Yeah, real shit. Like real.
Bro, what? You ain't even feeling what you saying right now.
Yeah, real shit. Like real accountability.
Not know what,
Just
Zoka.
from the heart. Like really, you want to do this. You really want to change. You really want to heal. You really want to do this for yourself, and not only for yourself, but for the generations to come. It's bigger than us as black women.
I thought the system gonna fall. What are we talking about? Generation to come.
We are the rise of a nation or the fall of a nation.
All right.
And be as a conductor to move through your body and be the energy is now electrifying you.
All right.
There's no truth within you because you don't see the truth. Realize the truth. The lies they disguise. That's why they didn't allow us to play the video online.
Bro, that video.
They didn't allow us to play the video in the court. Excuse me. Because they disguise the lies.
You really think that? Yo, they still think. I didn't think they was gonna talk about it. They really think that video was the reason why, bro. Y'all ain't gonna acknowledge that in his own interrogation, he admitted that she said no during the situation. They talking about that little malicious prosecution video they put together.
Disguise them, hide them. The wise try to find them. Yet, something's always trying to distract them and misguide them.
Oh, you rhyming.
So, I really hope people start to look at themselves.
Wait, Zoka from Africa?
Interested in a great read? Check out Greatness is a Habit authored by Aaron Dixon, also known as True. Many of you know him as True. He has authored this amazing read. The book is available on Apple Books. Get your copy today and stay motivated to win.
People start to look at themselves.
Wait, Zoka from Africa? Come on, Zoka. It ain't there, Zoka. It ain't there. It ain't there, Zoka. I love micro expressions, bro.
But this is the test of them all, to see if you go to heaven or hell. So, I really hope people start to look at themselves.
Yeah, it's played, ain't it, Zoka? It's played, ain't it? Come on, Zoka. How many years can you just keep sitting here talking in this camera, man? It's played out, Zoka. I feel you, Zoka. I know what that feeling is. Oh my God, I gotta look at it again. I know that feeling, Zoka. Another video. Talking about nothing. Acting like you doing something. Know dang well behind that camera ain't nothing going on but a bunch of people playing in their phones and cooking Solar Noon. You ain't, come on, I know that feeling, Zoka. God dang.
Because only more truth will be
I'm
revealed.
telling you, Zoka, I feel you. I feel you, Zoka.
It is bigger than yourself.
What in the world? That was Black Panther? Oh, Zoka hit them boy with the Wakanda. Zoka hit them boy with the Wakanda. All right, Zoka.
Remember, you're on the earth, in the middle of nowhere. The devil's playground is real. Babylon is here to test you, especially the chosen ones. Don't be distracted by the nonsense that you see. Stay focused on the knowledge, because that's the realest thing that we got.
Okay.
First they hate, then they watch, then they follow. All praise is due to the Most High, three God.
Okay.
Just believe. Y'all gonna follow.
I don't know why you smiling, man. I don't know why you smiling, man, because your boy got life without parole plus 10 years, man. I know this is a stunt for yourself and your belief that people are actually like like the only people that are still watching Carbonation are the people that have been watching. The people who found out about Nature Boy on the trial, they followed him, they heard about it, and then they moved on about their business. But Zoka, this is not a smiling situation, man. This is not a smiling situation for y'all. Woo Ka, bro. Y'all. Alright, bro. Alright, man. That was it, man. It's about to go into Charles Manson and some more folks and all that stuff. Y'all can check it out. Oh snap. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I'm coming right back. Hold on. So I almost overlooked this. I did not know that he said this a second time. This video right here pretty much just shuts, Jackson, Juju, and other guy, y'all might as well just lay down, get y'all some hot chocolate and a pillow, and really just ponder on what your Messiah said himself. I think that this is one of the most significant recordings. Shout out to everybody that recorded Carbonation over the years and people who continue to record it to this day. Because if y'all didn't record these videos, some of the things that occurred would have been unbelievable. Please check this out, y'all. Listen to this. Make sure this turned up. Listen to this.
Cause a nigga be deserving that shit. You know what souls that be in prison? Ain't nobody forcibly in prison. Prison is for motherfucking karma. So a bitch would be in there for something they didn't do. For karma, they paying off from something shit they did. Ain't no mistakes, bitch. You right where you supposed to be.
Yeah, that's true.
You better believe it. And the universe is calculating everything you do. You never get away with it. You'll get locked up for some shit you didn't do just because you getting paid back from the universe for some shit you did that you thought nobody seen, bitch. You gonna get your return. You gonna get your karma, bitch. See, like, you don't get away with nothing, man. You gotta be honest and be straight up with shit.
That's the truth. What's up?
You know what I'm saying? It's not for profit in the big eye, because God is, the universe is God, nigga. And human beings, what human beings is doing, the God is doing.
Really, bruh? Really, bruh? Y'all ain't gonna acknowledge that? Y'all ain't gonna address that, bruh? We just gonna... Now, you can say, da-da-da-da-da, they clipped it, whatever, but that is him talking unedited on his phone, on his live. That ain't AI. For those of you just coming in, this is probably one of the most significant clips of all time pertaining to their so-called philosophy and mentality, bro. It came from, this ain't nothing that they said. This ain't nothing that somebody else said, he said. This is y'all so-called Messiah speaking from his mouth.
And that shit. You know what souls that be in prison? Ain't nobody forcibly in prison. Prison is for motherfucking karma. So a bitch would be in there for something they didn't do. For karma, they paying off from something shit they did. Ain't no mistakes, bitch. You right where you supposed to be.
Yeah, that's true.
You better believe it. And the universe is calculating everything you do. You never get away with it. You'll get locked up for some shit you didn't do just because you getting paid back from the universe for some shit you did that you thought nobody seen, bitch. You gonna get your return. You gonna get your karma, bitch. See, like, you don't get away with nothing, man. You gotta be honest and be straight up with shit.
That's the truth. What's up?
You know what I'm saying? It's not for profit in the big eye, because God is, the universe is God, nigga. And human beings, what human beings is doing, the God is doing.
Man, I gotta play this one more time, man. Man, that's gold, bruh.
Because a nigga be deserving that shit. You know what souls that be in prison? Ain't nobody forcing in prison. Prison is for motherfucking karma. So a bitch would be in there for something they didn't do. For karma, they paying off from something shit they did. Ain't no mistakes, bitch. You right where you supposed to be. You better believe it. And the universe is calculating everything you do. You never get away with it. You'll get locked up for some shit you didn't do just because you getting paid back from the universe for some shit you did that you thought nobody seen, bitch.
Bruh.
You gonna get your return. You gonna get your karma, bitch. See, like, you don't get away with nothing, man. You gotta be honest and be straight up with shit.
That's the truth. What's up?
You know what I'm saying? It's not for profit in the big eye, because God is, the universe is God, nigga. And human beings, what human beings is doing, the God is doing.
He had no idea. He had no idea that was gonna come back 360. Bro, this is my last time playing it, bro. This is my last time playing it. I promise y'all, bro. I'm not gonna play it no more after this. But this is freaking gold, bruh.
I'm gonna tell you why. Cause a nigga be deserving that shit. You know what souls that be in prison? Ain't nobody forcing in prison. Prison is for motherfucking karma. So a bitch would be in there for something they didn't do. For karma, they paying off from something shit they did. Ain't no mistakes, bitch. You right where you supposed to be. You better believe it. And the universe is calculating everything you do. You never get away with it. You'll get locked up for some shit you didn't do just because you getting paid back from the universe for some shit you did that you thought nobody seen, bitch. You gonna get your return. You gonna get your karma, bitch. See, like, you don't get away with nothing, man. You gotta be honest and be straight up with shit.
That's the truth. What's up?
You know what I'm saying? It's not for profit in the big eye, because God is, the universe is God, nigga. And human beings, what human beings is doing, the God is doing.
333.
Bruh.
Peace to the gods.
Bruh. That is the best clip that I have heard over the course of these last 2 years, because he had another one where he was laying down and he said something similar, but he briefly touched on it in that video. But this video, I mean, he said it with so much confidence, and he went into detail, specifics on why there's no such thing as false imprisonment. But when he was saying that retard had no idea that teaching would become applicable to his own affairs. That is, man, y'all might as well take y'all bags, pack them, because what can you say to that? Notice how they didn't say nothing about his sister in her interview. They didn't say, they will not touch. Juju, where you at? Hey, Giuliano, Juju, Jax, other guy. Y'all want to come and address that? Y'all ain't got to address me. I don't have no beef with y'all. But since y'all want to keep the knowledge, y'all want to come talk about that? Y'all want to keep that knowledge right there? Because in order for y'all to keep all the knowledge, that means y'all would have to walk away from Eligio Bishop. Y'all don't know nothing about keeping no doggone.
Okay, everyone, I have some really exciting news. Janae's book, Lesson Learned, is now available on Amazon.com. The paperback version is $25.55 and the hardcover is $47.90. So you can actually pick her book up on Amazon.com today.
Eligio Bishop. Y'all don't know nothing about keeping no doggone knowledge, bruh. Bro, I'm going to take that clip and I'm going to make a commercial. I'm going to take that clip and I'm just going to pay Instagram to boost it. That clip, bro. And then what make it so cool is that clip is him It's not like it was somebody from Melanation a long time ago. It ain't like it was me saying he said it. It's literally him saying it. And it's crazy that he said it in the same place that he got arrested and convicted and sent. That boy, maybe he is a master manifester. Maybe doggone Nature Boy is a full-fledged master manifester for real. So y'all might as well take the malicious prosecution video down, because your Messiah's own teachings make it null and void. Y'all ain't keeping no knowledge, man. Y'all can't even remember what y'all had to eat last week. What y'all gonna do with that, Juju? What y'all gonna do with that, Jax? And remember, guys, I don't have no beef with y'all. It's the mentality, it's the philosophy, it's the knowledge. Y'all always used to say, we used to always say that when people left, they never attacked the knowledge. Well, that's what I'm doing. I don't have no beef with y'all. I am simply here to attack the knowledge, right? Part-time. Part-time job. I'm about to play Call of Duty after this. But on my part-time job, I like to attack the knowledge of carbonation without attacking the people that are there. That clip is the greatest clip of all time in carbonation. If that clip is the greatest clip in carbonation history, unless y'all can think of another one. I gotta hear it again. I'm sorry. I gotta hear it again. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Y'all remember that song from the 90s or the 2000s? Unbelievable. That song was in all the commercials, boy. Unbelievable. My boy was super. Bro, check out my boy. Confidence.
Getting educated. You know what I'm saying? They done took goddamn libraries out the fucking prison. You educate a nigga, he gonna get smarter. You know what I'm saying? But you make him dumber, he always gonna be a slave to stupidity. And so these prison systems ain't really, you know what I'm saying? But then again, it is. I'm gonna tell you why.
But then again, wait. There's more. But then again, though. But let me tell you about the other side. Because I'm Nature Boy and I know. But wait, there's more.
Cause a nigga be deserving that shit. You know what souls that be in prison? Ain't nobody forcing in prison. Prison is for motherfucking karma. So a bitch would be in there for something they didn't do. For karma, they paying off from something shit they did. Ain't no mistakes, bitch. You right where you supposed to be. You better believe it. And the universe is calculating everything you do. You never get away with it. You'll get locked up for some shit you didn't do just because you getting paid back from the universe for some shit you did that you thought nobody seen, bitch. You gonna get your return. You gonna get your karma, bitch. See, like, you don't get away with nothing, man. You gotta be honest and be straight up with shit.
That's the truth. What's up?
You know what I'm saying? It's not for profit in the big eye, because God is, the universe is God, nigga. And what human beings is doing, the God is doing.
Well, if that's the case, if what human beings are doing, God is doing, then that means that Zoka might as well. Zoka, why did you do this download about black women? Black women are God, right? And that means that God is using black women, and God is using everybody for a reason that's beyond us, right? Isn't it all karma related? Y'all might want to do a carbonation refresher course because y'all slacking on your own knowledge. Mind you, I did this for 4 years. I've only been gone for 2 years, so I still remember a good portion of it. Y'all need a carbonation refresher course. Y'all ain't really. But y'all know what is interesting though? What I would like to switch over to? I would like to switch over to, apparently there's a new girl in carbonation. Where Medea at? Okay. But that clip needs to be. Okay, this is a clip I don't really want to watch all day here with her. Okay, so I guess, let me see what she has to say in this short clip.
Hey Day Ones, co-hosts, Bush Babies, and friends. I will be premiering this video soon, so be on the lookout.
Oh, snap.
And Chief, let me just say, Chief Babaji is the Messiah.
Oh, snap. I didn't know you. Oh, crap. You can't stop it? So it's a short. But I'll listen to what she has to say real quick. I think this is so interesting. Who would have thought that Carbonation would still be recruiting
Hey Day
members?
Ones, co-hosts, Bush Babies, and friends. I will be premiering this video soon, so be on the lookout.
Because, I don't know, Chief has enlightened me with so much. 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 Chief has enlightened me with so much that I didn't know before.
Was that the remix?
Hey Day Ones, co-hosts, Bush Babies, and friends. I will be premiering this video soon, so be on the lookout.
Because, I don't know, Chief has enlightened me with so much. 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 Chief has enlightened me with so much that I didn't know before. Because once I started becoming more spiritual, I was battling, okay, if I should go to church. And then I'm like, it was just like, I just felt so trapped.
Not already subscribed to the channel? Subscribe today.
Okay.
Set your note.
So that wasn't even enough for me to even say anything about her. Let's go back to this other one right here.
Hey Day Ones, co-hosts, Bush Babies, and friends. I will be premiering this video soon, so be on the lookout.
Because, I don't know, Chief has enlightened me with so much. Chief has
Wait, what's going on
Hey Day
here?
Ones, co-hosts.
It must be some type of glitch. I don't know. But regardless, it's interesting. Oh, there you go.
like, comment,
I'm not gonna watch the whole thing.
His energy, the knowledge that he has given us is free. It will always be free. Do not I'm trying to think of the quote that Chief has said plenty of times. I believe it goes like, do not fear a man that can harm the body but cannot kill the soul. And no matter what position Chief is put in physically, where his body is, we know that spiritually meant to come down and save us. We have to save ourselves. We have to secure ourselves in this reality. It's kind of like, I'm gonna go into detail a little bit, but like Chief explains, it is kind of like see God as a sheet of glass and this whole reality. That, like Chief teaches, feeling is knowing.
No, I don't want to go into what she's talking about so much, but just from what I see, she's speaking about an idea of who she thinks he is from what she's seen and what she's been told, which is a mistake that I made as well. Yaya had spoke out about him. Other people had spoke out about him. But I had developed my own idea about who he was. And what they were saying was not enough for me to relinquish that idea. When he was in Atlanta, he looked like a cool dude. He looked like a peaceful dude. I know a lot of things that probably happened in Melanation was not recorded. So it wasn't as visible as it had gotten in Puerto Rico and in Atlanta when I came to Carbonation. And then that's another thing too, is I'm wondering how she hasn't stumbled. It's so much out there. I get it. It's so much out there about Carbonation that I can understand that this person has not stumbled across anything significant that would allow her to believe that Eligio Bishop is really a bad person. In her mind, she's so caught up in something that he might have said that resonated with her. And when you're in the spiritual rabbit hole, you need more and more and more enlightenment to validate your feeling of being an outcast or different. So Carbonation allows people who may feel out of place to have an explanation on why they feel that way. It's because you're chosen. It's because your family is your lower self. All of these things resonate with people who are lost. And so she loves this narrative. And she doesn't have to look at anything to the contrary, because that would take away her narrative. And then she would have to continue to deal with the fact that she may feel lost or out of place or confused. But just like with it's good now, because, or you know what I mean, she could be on drugs too. Not saying like, you know what I'm saying, not trying to degrade the person, but spiritual people, sometimes they smoke weed. And you know, some people, I don't have to get into a debate about you smoking weed. Smoke it, I don't care. But me personally, my experience with weed is that it was an escapism and it was not a tool to higher consciousness. And so in Carbonation, smoke weed. So she could be high. She could be high. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, when people get high, they start thinking they smart. And that they tapping in. But life without parole is a long time. And that spiritual path, enlightened path that you think you on, is going to run its course. And you're going to be right back where you left off at, dealing with the same issues that you didn't deal with, because Carbonation don't have answers. They have philosophies that warp your reality and help you offload some of the responsibility for the things you need to deal with by blaming it on white supremacy and blaming it on your parents. Yeah, exactly, Callie. Carbonation has a lot of band-aids. And she's found, and when it comes to belonging, humans have a very, very high need to belong. It's mandatory. If you are kept away from human contact for a certain period, you will lose your mind, you will go crazy, and you will die. A lot of us may not believe that because we've never had to experience that. For as long as we can remember, we've always been in the presence of another human being. But give it a shot one day. Try to isolate. No, don't do it. I'm just saying. But yeah, very good, Darcelli. Temporary relief to a long-term trauma. But Carbonation does offer a sense of community. Even though they're cooped up in an apartment in Atlanta, when you feel lonely, when you feel isolated, that cooped up apartment becomes gold to you. It's like, I finally belong. I finally am around people that think like me and see things like me. This is my real family. So she could put.
Have you checked out our new merch? Support the Medaya movement, where comfort is our main goal. Let your wardrobe be a reflection of your finesse and personal flair. With every thread woven with care, our apparel is designed to not just look great, but feel great too. We believe in celebrating every body type with our diverse range of stylish, high-quality clothing. We are not just selling merch, we're curating confidence, ensuring you step out in style every single day. Experience the blend of fashion-forward trends and timeless classics in our collections. And with our inclusive sizing, you'll find the perfect fit that makes you feel confident and fabulous. Embrace the Medaya movement experience today. Shop now. The link is in the bio.
So she could potentially not even really care about any of the alternative narratives because her need to belong is being met by, I guess Juju's her husband, and the women, Jax is probably looked at as a brother, so Carbon Nation is giving her and sustaining that need to belong. And she's going to be there until an alternative awareness occurs. But right now, she's feeling it. She gets to be, she might even be feeling the fact that Medea put her on the channel. She might be getting attention in her inbox. All of these factors contribute to people wanting to be a part of an organization. She might really feel like she's doing something. Juju probably told her, hey, the demons is going to come and test you when you walk this path, and people probably came to her inbox trying to warn her, trying to show her different clips, and she come back to Juju and say, look, see, the demon, you was right, the demons is trying to take me off my path. But it's really just people trying to tell her the reality of the situation. Like, this is not a spiritual leader. This is not a spiritual group. Look at Carbon Nation as a whole before you make life-changing decisions, because some of those decisions you make could be permanent. Like Zoka and Aya and Efru are, I don't know what's going on with them legally, but they potentially are felons. And from my understanding, being a felon, that sticks with you for the rest of your life. So, I don't know if she gonna be a part of getting beat and all that stuff like that, but eventually, I hope she don't make no permanent decisions off of temporary feelings. It is what it is, man. I'm going to end this right here. Then I'm going to come back and then we can just chat it up. I'm going to close that out. Hopefully Medea got all of this because I don't keep this on my page, but for so long. I'm going to close this Carbon Nation chapter out. I just wanted to review her real quick because people was telling me about her. And, yeah. I'll see y'all in a few seconds. Hold on.
Hey, I'm on my daily, baby. I know you love it, baby. Yeah, Slim. Young J. O.C. What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? What's his name?
Just stepped out, fresh out the shower. Gotta stay fresh, take about an hour. Gotta get dressed, your boy's so clean. Both of them on, I got them blue jeans. Fresh pair of shades, house on my wrist. Sock to the drawers, your boy stay fit. I'm ready.